I'm going to throw in something until Rich actually gets here. We're going to do a little hockey. More news, which is pretty much the same stuff that's been going on in the NHL. Still nothing. They canceled more games, canceled the All-Star game, and now they're bringing in a mentor to watch over these whole negotiations. Now, what was it, the NFL or the NBA did this last year? Which one was it that brought in the negotiator or something?
I think it was the NFL. The NFL were the last people that were locked out, so it has to be them.
So anyways, they're bringing in a negotiator because the Players Union representative, Furr, who's a joke, just like the commissioner of the NHL, Gary Betterman. I mean, they're all jokes. They don't want to get this done. I mean, Betterman just keeps waiting and waiting, saying, oh, we'll do this a different day, and all he's going to do is just keep denying them. This is getting stupid. I bet the next announcement, if they don't get a deal done, say, by December 1st, which is just a few days away, there's no season.
Yeah, we've been waiting too long to see some hockey. I mean, from the NHL. If a deal's not done, then a lot of people are just gonna be like, you know what, I'm not even gonna bother watching.
And I feel like the sport may actually be destroyed, permanently.
Yeah.
I mean, hockey is one of the top 4 sports, if you think about it. But if hockey goes away, what do you throw in now? Soccer?
Well, for the past few years, college football has taken over that spot.
Okay, but out of, college, I mean things that people actually, I don't know the word, but subtracting colleges, what other professional sports that we have here that people really like attending and, just going completely insane for? Would you say soccer?
Yeah, it'd have to be soccer, but it'd have to be a tie between soccer and, I don't know, maybe golf or something.
Golf. Well, golf does attract well, but you also got to think about soccer the last couple of years, and mainly because of David Beckham. I mean, Portland, Seattle, they get their teams, they just sprung up. They sell out almost every game, whatever city you're talking about. San Jose is now back on track with fans, and I think they were supposed to get, like, their new stadium or whatever. I mean, soccer's starting to get somewhat popular here. Yeah. If hockey really decides to diminish, you might as well think about soccer.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just surprised soccer doesn't get more publicity like the other sports, because I mean, you got a lot of players and a lot of international players coming over here, and they're pretty much the best in the world coming to play here, and I'm just surprised that they don't get the kind of exposure that they should.
And again, jumping back to this hockey thing, if they don't get this done, what do you think the players that are not either overseas or playing in the minor leagues, what do you think they're going to do?
Work at Walmart.
Work at Walmart. Just take the easy way out, as Richie would.
Yeah, work at Walmart. Because I mean, they're going to have an entire season of nothing to do.
And I believe this happened back in 05 or 06 season. I don't remember the exact timeline, but I know that just recently happened. I mean, again, this commissioner is a joke. I mean, 4 work stoppages. I mean, this is the second lockout. I mean, come on. It's getting really ridiculous here.
Yeah, I mean, you're only supposed to have these kind of lockouts once every, I don't know, say 7, 8 years or so like that. But in the NHL, it just seems like it's like every other year.
So, if I was these players, most of these players have, like, a lot of money. I mean, you might as well play in the minor leagues. If you're really passionate about the sport, go ahead and play in the minor leagues close to your home team.
Yeah.
And just do that. I can't think of his name. Couture for the Sharks. Mm-hmm. He's playing in San Francisco, the Bulls of the ECHL. And then Devin Setaguchi, a former Shark, he's playing in Ontario. He has already 2 goals and 2 assists in, I think, 8 games or something like that. And then you have 3 guys who originate from Alaska are playing for the Aces, also in the ECHL. And then the rest of the guys are pretty much overseas where, all the money's at.
Yeah. I mean, the way I see it, the NHL, maybe the players should actually take a page out of IndyCar's book when they were locked out and they split off and turned it into created their own league in spite of IndyCar. And they were competing with them for a couple of years until negotiations fell through and they all went back together again.
And many people thought they should maybe just make their own league, but the problem is the NHL owns most of the arenas that they use, and plus I don't know if you could find smaller venues that are that aren't already owned by either a minor league hockey or basketball team, or any arena that's, willing to give up, their time so they could play there. I mean, how many arenas do you know that are like really small, or at least, I don't know, 3 or 4,000 max capacity that are willing to, give up?
Yeah, I think a lot of these arenas that those small types, they're not willing to give up their bingo nights. So the only option I see is I don't know, maybe going back to where it all started, back to the pond.
Oh, way back when.
Yeah,
You
bring
might
it
as
back to the
well.
pond.
And remember, there are other minor leagues out there other than the ECHL. I mean, some guys are actually in the AHL right now playing, so that's fine with them. I mean, I already mentioned the ECHL. I mean, there's the OHL, the CHL. I'm not going to go through all these leagues because there's like a million freaking of them, and I don't want to bore all of you to death. But I don't know what else we can do about this lockout. I mean, the next announcement is either, okay, we may have a deal, and we're going to work on it, or we're done, we're canceling the season.
Yeah, I mean, what? Either way, if they come up with a deal that's gonna preserve the rest of the season, a lot of people are gonna just be turned off by that. They're just gonna be like, you know what? It took too long. I don't even want to watch.
I mean, the sport's already been losing popularity, even before this lockout. I mean, yeah, some cities sell out every home game, like Detroit, San Jose, all the Canadian teams, regardless. But then you have the smaller markets, like, I don't know, Columbus, Minnesota. Not saying they're like really small, but people who usually really don't attract as much. I know Minnesota used to way back when, but just
North
think of,
Stars.
yeah, but now they're the Wild. So, I mean, if you think about it, like again, Columbus, you can maybe throw St. Louis in that because they haven't attracted well. Nashville, what's a hockey team doing in Tennessee?
Yeah, what's the hockey team doing in Phoenix too?
Oh boy, we could really throw that in. I mean, the thing that everyone says about the commissioner is, yeah, he's Canadian biased, but then on purpose, during the expansion, like in the early, late 90s, he puts teams in small markets that he knows, okay, they're not going to do well, so I can automatically move them to Canada.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a joke.
Yeah, I think that was what they were aiming for when the Sharks came to San Jose.
And also with the Ducks as well, but San Jose pretty much sells out every single home game. I think they have for the last 6-7 years.
Yeah, I mean, who would ever thought a hockey team from the Bay Area would actually be contenders for a Stanley Cup?
And then the Ducks, if it wasn't for the Ducks winning the Cup in 07 or actually competing for it in 03, they probably would have been gone, but since they have a Cup, might as well keep them, and I believe there's only one team that's actually won a Cup that isn't in this league anymore, and I believe it's a team in Seattle, the Millionaires or something like that. But, and by the way, Seattle has approved their new arena, so we'll see if they get a hockey team or an NBA team in the future. With that, we're going to take a break. When we come back, hopefully we talk about the NFL. We're waiting for Richie to get out here. Maybe I'll send Pistol over here to go get him.
Pistol?
Well, that's you.
I got a pistol to your head.
We'll see if we get Richie, and we'll talk about what you all been waiting for is the NFL. This is DC Sports Hour on DC Free 89.5. We will be right back after this.
2 kids, 1 paycheck. But I'm still gonna send them to college. With Sam, I can.
Business has fallen off at work, but I'm getting prepared for whatever the future holds. With Sam, I can.